Hi guys, I'm back. I'm back for part two. One, I've composed myself, and two, I had to take a breather because I had got myself so worked up and upset. So I left off talking about that I ran into this woman while I was at the doctor's office and, seeing my OBGYN doctor. After having gastric bypass, I don't think I told y'all, I lost down to 320 pounds. So I lost a great deal of weight. Now, mind you, in my younger years, up until I was like 13, 14 years old, I was like a beanpole. But from the time I was like 14 on up, my highest weight before, I got pregnant with kids was 200 pounds, 210. So from the time I was 14 till I met my husband, I fluctuated from, 200 to 210. But I was happy, I was one of those, sorry, I'm jiggling around. I was happy at that weight. I was happy with myself. I loved myself. I had pride in myself. So I was okay, So let's fast forward back to this doctor's appointment. She sent me over to see the specialist, which her name is Merritt, and I love her. She is the most wonderful person in the world you could ever imagine too. I went in there for a consultation. I ended up having to stay a month out of town because I had to go see her and have 4 weeks of deep therapeutic, what is that called again? Oh Lord. Anyways, I had to go have physical therapy. That's what it is, physical therapy. And she started to explain to me that I had lymphedema in my lower limb, talking about my calves and down, and I had lymphedema in my lower calves, and up above my knees I had lymphedema. There's 2 different kinds. So she told me I was born with it, which my mom got upset because she didn't know, which, it's very rare that people are born with that. And she said the excessive weight is what made it come out. So, there were little signs before that, but nobody knew it, because, I didn't know. So anyways, I was going to the specialist, doing really good. And this is the kicker. The day I went in there for the consultation, they have to measure your limbs, okay? And, oh my gosh, I busted out crying. Because one, I still couldn't lift my legs up. They were still heavy. I still had to have people lift them up to help me in and out of the bed, because they were that big. But when they started to measure it, my calves were bigger than my husband's waist or anybody else that I knew. My right calf was 43 and a half inches round, and my left calf was 45. So you got to think, that is 45 inches. That would be, my husband wears between a 38 and a 40 in the waist, so that's between 4 and 5 inches bigger around than his waist. My calves were that big, okay? So they were huge, and they were heavy, because lymphedema is where your lymph nodes don't help get the toxins out of your body, and they build up underneath the skin, and they swell, and they build and build and build and build and build and build. They have nowhere to go, and if you don't get control of it, they can do like it was doing before. It was ripping my skin, and the stuff was seeping out. But Merritt showed me ways that I could do it, and she gave me this leg pump. I wish I could show you the leg pump, but my poochie when she was a baby and she was teething, she chewed on one of the valves that goes from the pump. And what it is a boot, and we call it my moon boot. It goes on your foot, it comes all the way up to your thigh, and it zips up, and it has these chambers. And it starts at your toes, and it airs up, and then it goes to your ankles, your calves, and each chamber, because there was 8 chambers, they air up, and then they stay real tight, and they put this compression on your leg, and then it releases, and it repeats itself over and over. And I had this for both legs. Well, that is a very expensive a piece of equipment, and my insurance only paid for one. So I'm hoping in the next month, maybe 2 months, that we can get my boots, because let me tell you something, them boots are like wonderful. I can put them on, sit in my recliner, and watch TV. I mean, everybody comes over here, they wanted to put them on and feel them, because it's the best massage you could ever get. And they wanted me to wear it 3 times a day for 45 minutes to an hour. So then also I had to wear compression hoses. I'm supposed to wear compression hoses 24 hours a day. Well, I tried it. And I did try. I tried for about 3 or 4 years. And finally I was like, you know what? I can do better. I mean, we got to find some way that I can elevate my feet and take care of this where I don't have to wear these compression hoses. And that was where it comes to, I can't work because I can't stand up. Because if I stand up for too long, they swell. And it's really, it swells and gets heavy and it hurts your joints. And now I have really bad legs. My ankles, my knees, you know, my feet are really bad because of all the trauma that I caused on my legs. And I can't find a job sitting down because I'm not qualified for a job. You know, I don't have the qualifications for that. So yeah, and I don't qualify for disability or SSI because they go by your husband's or your spouse or whatever, your gross. So I don't work. I stay home, but I'm a homemaker. I am able to get up and go to the grocery store. I don't need anybody to help me in and out of the bed. I can bathe by myself. I don't need anybody to come in and bathe me. I don't have to have a chair to cook in. Every so often I do drag a chair over to when I wash dishes because 1, I'm lazy, and 2, it does hurt my knees really bad. I do, I get around. I go to my kids' not baseball games, but football games. I drive now. Before I couldn't drive. I couldn't even get in and out of a vehicle. I can wear blue jeans. Now, it's kind of hard to wear pants because my calves are so much bigger. I have to wear boot cut. Everything I wear is boot cut because I have to have room in my calves. I can't wear skinny jeans. I can't wear leggings because, 1, I'm embarrassed to wear leggings. I don't want anybody to say anything, which I would love to wear a pair of leggings and a sweater. I remember wearing that when we were in the 80s. Do you not remember that, girls? Because I used to have leggings and I wore them big oversized sweaters and stuff. Anyways, back in the day. So anyways, I wear boot cut pants, even if that's yoga pants, sweatpants, my blue jeans. I wear boot cut because that gives me more room for my calves. Long trips are very hard, and that's even a 2-hour trip because I'm feeling it. 2 hours there, 2 hours back, I'm feeling it. Mentally, I have anxiety problems because I feel like people stare at me, and that comes with a lot of stuff. I can't deal with being in public. I'm not saying I hide, but I don't like to be seen, if you get what I'm saying. And this is where it's very hard because growing up, I took dance lessons. From the time I was a little girl up until I was 16 years old, I took dance lessons. I had it in my head I was going to be a rockette. Or I was going to be a Vegas showgirl because I thought they were beautiful. They had all the rhinestones and the big feathers and the bright colors and all the gorgeous makeup. I was like, I'm gonna be somebody. And then I felt like I want to be a fly girl. And if you know what a fly girl are, you know, because you grew up in that era. I wanted to be a fly girl, or I wanted to be a backup dancer for Paula Abdul. And that's what I wanted to be. So, that didn't happen. I dance, and I dance. I dance in the privacy of my home. And sometimes I'll go down there to my friends. My friends live down by the creek, and they have a stripper pole out there. Yes, it's a stripper pole. It's down there beside a creek, and they have it all set up with lights and all kinds of stuff, and there's bonfires dug out everywhere, and log seats, and it's fun. It's fun to go down there to the creek and have a good time and listen to music and act a fool. So, I do that. And I am living. I'm not, how can I put this? I wasn't living before I had my surgery. I wasn't living before I found out what was wrong with me. I wasn't living. I didn't leave the house. I was ashamed. I was scared they were going to make fun of me and embarrass my children. Or my husband was going to get embarrassed of me. So yeah. I lost a lot of weight. I haven't lost any more. And a lot of it is because with all this stuff that I went through, finding out I have lymphedema, and that even though if I lost all the weight, I'm still going to have big limbs. And I got it in my head, and please don't, nobody judge me for saying this. I got this in my head that I did not want to be a freak. I didn't want to be real tiny on top and huge on the bottom, and I just quit losing weight. I ain't really gained a lot of weight, but I ain't lost any weight. And I look at it like this: I'm living now. I'm not staying a prisoner in my home. Yes, I do keep myself covered because I don't care who you are. It hurts your feelings when people say things or people stare. It hurts you. And even though I say I'm going to put my big girl panties on and deal with it, I do. But it still hurts. It hurts, you know. But I have 2 wonderful sons and a wonderful husband that think I'm the world and I'm gorgeous, and that's all I need, you know. But I just wanted everybody to know that I just wanted y'all to know part of my story. I have more, but we'd be here all day, right? So I just wanted you to know that it's okay. It's okay to be a little different. It's alright. And I want you to look at this gorgeous baby. I know I have cried and rambled on long enough, but I wanted to also show you. Isn't she just gorgeous, y'all? Look at that. Look at that lip. Look at her. She looks so real. Let's pan. Oh, don't want to show you my leg. And then there's Miss Savannah sitting in her bouncer right there. So, on this note, I'm going to let y'all go. I hope y'all have a wonderful Tuesday, and hugs and kisses. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye, y'all.